bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my
Are they good?
Albuquerque to chat time. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. Talk about, now we're doing it quick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I cop the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, name, I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with a 2 drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2? If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with. And quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing
I killed Jungle.
is, I don't wear no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy. Hold on, don't know what you heard or what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy. Going dumb, and it's something idiotic about your boy. She wearing cheetah print, that's how bad she won't be spotted around your boy. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is, I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me, whip your lovin' on me. Young M.I.
Nice. How the fuck do they have op? How's the game going, Cody?
let you walk right in the gate.
No, he's still stairs. Oh, shit. What's that? Playing fucking CS. Yeah, I mean.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Don't play with it. I just want a rough neck on it. Big just want.
Ah,
All the way up. All the way up. Damn. Up. Yeah, there you go.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby.
It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And away we go from Lumen Field. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
oh,
Throwing on their first play.
I'm sorry.
Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself.
I'm so bad.
And he'll be at midfield here as he gets out of bounds. An excellent game. 20 yards there. That's going to move.
I agree.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
This is Walker on 2nd. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Staying with Walker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 4 yards. They're going to say 4 on that carry. That's going to bring up 4th and 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They got to jump up front as long as none of their guys went early, and this is going to give them the first down. Well, whether they intended to run the play or not, it doesn't matter. They drew the flag, and they've got themselves a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, so many times you get to these 4th and shorts, and you know that defense is antsy. You're reminding yourself as a quarterback in that huddle, hold your water, guys. Hold your water, because this defense could get jumpy, and they just did.
It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. That's good for a gain of 5. And Jordan Cooper there to make the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
On site.
as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
He isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers, they're off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigated on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up second down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows
Yes,
the
sir.
importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first one on the ground. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first
You're
down
gonna,
Packers.
you're gonna make him fucking toggle or click.
Tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll cross the 50. The opposing side of the field.
I think he's pals.
Shotgun now for Love. This is reeled in by Reed. And he's taken down at the 30. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Play fake, it's Love.
One of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Second and 10, Love trying again. They'll try forcing it to the slant, it's intercepted.
A push, A push.
Debut they'd certainly hope for on that opening drive. The coverage impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going. So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Into the hands of Waffle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about third down.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing from the gun. Buys time.
On tight.
It's on the turf. Ball's out. He lost it. opportunity that's been presented to them early.
And here's what happens with defenses. Once they feel an offense is loose with the ball, this poor ball security, they're going to be ripping and clawing and tearing for it all game long.
It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be first down, Packers. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Lumen
Told you shouldn't
Field
talk
in
shit.
just a minute. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at first down here. Love from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Love out of the shotgun. Cut near the goal line. It's a Green Bay touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Extra point sent in through the rain. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. On now is McManus to kick this away. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Waffle. He's contained at the line for no gain. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Pass play now. Collins, Cooper, Clark makes the play. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got
Bombs on A.
gain and a first down. Back to throw. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back, nowhere to go but for a sack.
Complete out to the right. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him,
I'll take it.
create space, just find a way to get.
Oh, I'll take it. Okay, I'll just pick it up. How's the game going?
Every night, late night, gotta watch it.
Miley, stop.
Real quick, whole squad on that real 0 to 100, real quick, real quick, real quick, 0 to 100, real quick, whole squad on that real 0 to 100, real quick, real quick.
$2,300 elo now. Oh, the second frag though, whole game.
Maybe I keep moving forward and they're just stagnant, they ain't moving at all. But when they
Miley, enough.
they call, maybe I'm searching for the
Why the
problems.
fuck you do that?
Who was involved? Too focused on people's feedback and proving them wrong. They say the shoe can always fit no matter who for the zone. These days feel like I'm squeezing in them. Whoever won before just wasn't thinking big enough. I'm about to leave them with them. Cause if I run the game in these, man, the seams are splitting. No pun intended, but they smelling defeat in the air. Headed where nobody took it, who meeted me there? They tell him that he talking crazy, but he doesn't care. Being humble don't work as well as being aware. Listen up, boy, you better off eavesdropping. We already got spring 2015 popping. P&D dropping, reps up P dropping, Magic Jordan dropping, Obi dropping, not to mention me dropping. Feel like we paid the refs off, man, we fixed the game. Me and Noel been at it before Twitter names. Yeah, been on the move.
Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. Looking left side, and it's complete. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Scotty Miller, 70 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
What do you get you with Cooper Kupp?
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Well, Charles, they've been... down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up.
Room to maneuver at the 35.
So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
He's to the 15.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Christian Watson.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And Walker has it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Going deep for Walker. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker.
47 yards.
And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Here's Walker to start the drive.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. but no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll look to throw again. Throw out wide to Walker. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
2nd and 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Myers connects on the PAT. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Boye Mafe. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Love looking to throw it. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Jacobs going to try the middle.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard, Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10. Play action this time with Love. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Alert.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders.
What's going on?
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on
Something insane, fucking some insane story. He'll never come back from it.
Hello? Alex, are we fucking grinding or what?
What do you mean, are we grinding?
We're playing some Prim.
And a little too much mustard. A couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here's the Seattle
won 2 games in a
offense
row.
ready to get this drive underway.
You just won 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards.
2,300 elo now.
Second down. Now 2nd and 7.
Is Code getting on?
He's playing football.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
He's playing what?
Football.
He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's
Soccer?
No gain on the play
football.
there, so
Real
they're
football.
left with a 3rd down and 6. They are
Real
6
football,
yards
he
here if
says.
they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hi, will you chill out?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a 1st-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and
Go on arms race.
Run through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Relax, Miley. Go lay down. You're gonna get out of here. You're going literally fucking crazy.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him
Go.
back right at the midfield stripe. Devontae Wyatt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they?
Oh, what the fuck?
Say, we're not going to let him beat us. That's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. the middle. Here's Walker.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there, second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. That'll be caught by Cup.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
He'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
The fuck?
2nd and 11. On the right side, this is Miller. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
You in a match right now, Short?
Just a arms race.
True. Give me a little bit, not a hop on.
Right.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
I'm getting fucking robbed.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. Across midfield. He's on his way.
Touchdown, Packers.
Josh Jacobs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
McManus now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And no run forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Oh, I won. Oh, shit.
Pick up there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it. You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation. This is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Lucas Van Ness able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
How is that a fucking...
Pressure or sit back. Here's
what the fuck?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Back to throw now on first down. He completes this to Walker.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Fuck, I suck.
2nd and 2. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. But now there is a penalty.
Oh my god.
About to be.